Okay.
There we go. We are live. We are the Mad Scientists. I'm Mad Frankie. This is Violet Igor. And together we make the Mad Scientists.
A little bit mad today, a little bit crazy. All right, moving
Oh,
on.
oh,
We're going to say
oh,
hi to
hello,
Liz.
Liz.
Hi,
Hello, Anne.
Ann. No, 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 no.
Right.
You guys weren't wrong. I had it wrong yesterday. I had a little blip in the system, and I got it fixed. So now we're back to Abby normal again. Okay, here we go.
Hmm.
See what do you have on your table? Hi, Colleen.
I have quite a few things on my table.
Me too. What are you doing?
A piece of card with some shapes on it and a stencil, a new stencil, which I cut for a specific purpose and haven't used for that purpose yet because I was so interested in what I was doing that I forgot all about it. But never mind, we will get to that. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll use that in some jelly printing first, just to try it out, see what it's like. I know there's a couple of weak spots in this one, which I've already fixed in the file, so that's we'll see how else I can jigger it about at all. Now this is a what I'm doing a colograph. It's the beginning of one. There's nothing stuck down yet. So the colograph is where you have a flat substrate and you cut out pieces of varying thickness, whether it's card or anything else, and stick them down on the substrate, and then you've got yourself something to print with. So I can do that here. Like, where's a nice thingy of glue, which I had a moment ago. And it's not just bits of this card that you could put down there. Let me glue this one on. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Put a nice bit of glue everywhere.
I gotta go mute because he's ready to jump in the door, okay?
Okay. A door jumper. So I'll pop that one up there, like that. Now you can see that I've cut holes in that piece of paper. So I'm just using this to put some shapes down. So I've got here some lovely paper, which has got sort of bubble texture on it. Sort of pibbly sort of thing. What's is it got a name? Let's have a look. I've got the packet here. It's called Wow Wow Weddings with Wow Wow Textured Papers. This is one of theirs, and it doesn't say anything else. It just says Weddings with Wow Wow. I cannot remember where I got it from, but it's just a textured paper. I couldn't find any others. That's the only one I've got. But I've got other things that can be used as textures, like this stuff, which is great stuff. And then there's bubble wrap, of course, good old bubble wrap, and lots of other things. So what I've been doing is making a colograph plate to have a play with. And I'm making it by sticking things down like this, you see. So I've got a funny shape here, which I've now turned into a sort of vaguely shark shaped thing, but not very, because I'm not using any reference to figure out what the shape of a shark really is. So it's just a fantasy fish. Pop him on there like that. And that goes on his back as a fin. There we go. Like, yeah, something like that. So that's the big fin. It's much too big, but I don't care. It's only a demo of this to show you. I mean, you can do it in a method that reflects life. So you can do a landscape or a person or household items like a chair, anything you like. But I like the less representational, the more abstract things. There we go. So we've got a shark. Let's have some nice petally shapes. Nothing particular. I can put him there. That there. Come on. Where's the flipping glue gone? Thank you. There we go. So that's 1, 2.
Okay, I'm back. Hi, Kirsten. Kirsten's back. Hi, Uda. Hi, Belinda. If I didn't say hi, hi, Eddie. Hi, Colleen. Hi, Mariah.
I'm going to put that more there. And then I'm going to clean that up. So I've got my cutting board there because I was cutting lots of shapes. And I need a piece of this.
Okay. Anne said, at first glance, I thought Fran was going to do applique. The paper looks like fabric.
It does a bit, doesn't it? It's got this lovely bumpy texture. I'm hoping that will do something when we print. So we've got one of those there. Let's have another bit here. I'll just put the whole thing on, I think. Otherwise it would be wasted, I think.
So what is the point of all this?
To make textures for gel printing.
Yep. Okay. I knew that. I just wanted you to say it for everybody else.
Well, I've been doing some more of that plant gel printing, and it's given me this idea, you see.
Can I tell them how much fun we had doing that?
Oh, that was so much fun.
Fran and I and my husband had a play date last night. I have to include him because he was there. And he had fun too. And why did he have fun? Well, because at one point he and Fran were singing together.
Oh, yes, that's forgotten about that.
Baby, come back.
Right. This is a moon penny, and I'm going to stick that down as well. Now, I've used the moon penny in the botanical printing, and they're not great because they're quite ephemeral and gentle and thin and delicate. So I thought if I stick them down, I might have better luck with them, or at least it might be easy to get them off the paper. Well, we don't know. Off the print.
Kirsten, Quirky Queens wants to know, ooh, that's exciting. Is this like texture plated folk make?
Texture plated folk make?
What's texture plates that folk make. Texture plate folk.
Oh yeah, yes, brother. I was saying to Violet here, my Igor, that actually these things, we call them collagraphs, but all they are is really a different way of making an impression plate, isn't it? So how well that will make a texture, we don't know, but we'd need to try it. But I did another one, which I did with more depth. This has got some depth. This will have tiny little bit of depth. I don't know how much. So we'll have to wait and see what that does. And in the meantime, this is one I did earlier. So I used various shapes. And what I did, I had this image, and I had some of the others as well. It wasn't just from one image. And I was looking at the shapes in it and thinking, there's something there that I can use. Yes, of course. Yes.
I love that print. I really love that print.
This one, which has got some other shapes in it as well. I didn't actually use that one so much. But then there's this one.
Hi, Kyla.
That we did last night, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I looked at some of the images on here and I thought, there's things I can use there. You know, there's ideas for a randomish textural,
That that
non-specific,
that's my most favorite
non-representation
with
thing.
the indigo, and I think it should be framed.
It is rather good, that one, isn't it? I do like it. There's another one there. You see, this looks almost like a pair of sunglasses, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Look at this one. I liked this one because if you look at this, it almost looks like an owl sitting on a branch. So taking all these ideas together, I created this one. And I've used some of the things that I used in some of the prints.
Okay.
Like, not so much on that one. More on this one. You can see this bit here, which is a print of the buds of laurel.
Uh-huh.
It came out quite nice, that. So I've done a representational thing of that, using some of the plant material as well, the dried plant material here. And I created these sort of shapes with different, and I pulled some of the cardboard off this so that I've got the corrugations underneath showing through. That's a piece where I just cut lots and lots of these shapes to use to make these, because they've got 2 layers on there. And this is where I used some tissue, this stuff.
We had so much fun, everyone. We had so much fun last night with Fran creating those prints that you're all wearing.
To get this on here, I put glue down there and then cut a circle a bit bigger than the area on this one's particularly, and then squidged it into the shape.
Yeah.
So I got lots and lots of these flappy bits to make texture. And then I was trying to cut this bit because foolishly I'd put the dots down before I thought about putting the little strandy bits down. And of course this is too big because I can't cut it really close, because then it'll all fall apart. So I can't put it there. So I just put it there. I thought, well, there you go. I've got it on there. And then this is lots of circles of different depths.
You're off camera.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
This is lots of circles of different depths here. And this is just pieces of card, 2 together, cut and put into these shapes, rather like a beetle-y sort of thing. But just, you know, any other thing. This is a piece of protective film off a brand new sink drainer, and I thought that's an interesting shape. We'll put no idea if any of this is going to print. No idea. Right. Never done it before. Not a clue.
And
so we can have.
Don't forget, you can use thread piles, scrappy thread, yarn.
Anything you can glue down, you can use.
Yeah, anything you can glue down. I had an old pair of like jogging pants, and there was a string in the waistband. And I pulled a string out and save it. You never know what you could do with it. You could use the
painted treasures, these things out of your paint tube.
Yep.
And glue tube. You can use those as well. But the thing is, I've not tried this before, so I don't know what sort of effect it's going to have. So that will be the next thing, to have a go and see what happens. Because we've got this bit of bubble wrap here. You could use sequin waste, punchinella, that's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Sequin waste, otherwise known as punchinella. You can use anything you like. I mean, I cut this eye by just using bits of card and layering them up. And I've just got a little bit of card there and another piece of card there with the bit of twig on top. So you can use anything you like. I'm just interested to see how much of this prints and how well. Now, when I saw Yates Makes doing it, he said what we all know, that your first print is never the best. It's usually the second or third, maybe. So we'll have a go and see whether we can get anything first time or whether it's later on. I've put this onto another piece of card to give it thickness. You can see it hasn't quite stuck there. So it's got a little bit of stability in it. So let's move things out the way and have a go. We'll move these away. You could even cut shapes out of one of your gel prints and use that as well. I mean, I was planning on using this too, but I just went on with that so much that I filled it up before I could get to it. Could always change my mind and put a piece there. Now then, I've got to move this piece as well because we don't want that there. I'm sorry, folks, my cough is rather bad at the moment. I think it's due to the high pollen count, which is rather aggravating.
I hope you
Let's get a plate. Now, I did this small so that I could use a smaller plate, like this one. It may be a little big for it, but I only want to test it out anyway. So there is a plate. Don't have to have it that way. I can happily have it this way and put this down that way, however I like. So what I'll do is I'll do it the way I was doing the plant pulls. We'll start with Mars Black, Royal and Lang Nickel. Oh, I'll need to move some of these first because if I don't, I'll have nowhere to brayer off, will I? Yes. So let's get some of that out of the way as well. I've got loads of pieces and my scissors, little scissors I was using. Let me get that out. Pop these on here so I can move them out the way. It's quite gritty, this, with all these little bits of paper on it. Right, and I'll just move these bits of twig because I can just see those diving in and joining in. Now, one, two, right. Mars Black. Oh, we'll also need some paper, which I think I've got. Yep, I've got some paper right here. Good already. Super.
Thank you, Colleen.
God, still got some bits on there. You don't know until you start brayering off on it whether there's anything on there or not. There seems to be. Anyway, too late now.
Too late.
Let's go first. Oh yeah, I'm always too late. Oh, like that. So let's put that on there like that. And what you do is you press it on like you would with anything else. And I'm going to go on with that as well. And I think I'll probably, if I knew where it was, use the other one as well. Where did I put the other one? Oh gosh, there's another good question. Unanswerable because I don't know.
Hi, Paula.
Oh, she made it. She said she wasn't going to make it. Hi, Paula. We're doing interesting things. Let's have a look, shall we? See what we might have. Well, we've got pattern. We've got pattern. Lovely. So we'll leave that one to dry, see what happens. And we'll get another plate.
No, Colleen said I would think they all have to be the same depth for printing purposes.
No, they don't.
No.
That's what's interesting.
Yeah.
Because all that stuff I put there was not the same depth.
It's the same as with the plant life, like when Kirsten did it and Fran did it the other day. You push down on the in
So
between.
let's have a go. Now, the ones that worked really well was the indigo and the
Okay,
t'other one, phthalo, 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 phthalo.
indigo and phthalo blue.
There we
Yeah,
are.
Fran,
That's
Paula
Amsterdam
says it's
one.
just a quick drop in. Her internet is buffering and going crazy, so we know that.
So I used the Prussian blue phthalo and I used the indigo yesterday, and they worked
Yes.
really well. So let's have a go with the Prussian blue.
Kirsten says she likes your polka dot jumper.
Oh, thank you. You don't realize these things show until somebody says something.
What size plate is this?
8 by 10.
Okay,
They've both been.
the big one. Don't take too much because it dries fast.
Oh, not that fast. This one, I don't think. Not as
Yeah.
fast as the other. Let's have a go with this one. Now, this one's already got ink on it, so. So Yates was saying that using your fingers, you can feel where the things are, and you can go around the edges a bit better. And you can feel where things are, but you don't know where the really thin things are. So you're not going to know what's happening with those. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, that's quite a lot there. I did put a lot on, didn't I? Well, there we go. Let's put thinner amount on the next one. Have I got another one down here, or have I got to go and get one? I think I might have to go and fetch one. Right, I've got to take me headphones off and go and fetch one from to the side. There's some over there.
What do
Back
they
in a
call
moment.
what she's doing, Evie? It's called Yates called it collagraph. I think that I think Mariah and Patricia have used this technique in the past. Um, Paula has a question for you. They might not hear me yet. When you're there, Paula has a question for you, Fran.
Right, let's have a go with this one.
Did you not hear me?
Me? No?
Yeah.
What? What?
Paula has a question for you.
Oh, okay.
She has the Prussian blue. Can you get opaque? She only noticed today hers is Winsor Newton.
Well, that's transparent, that one.
So that's
So
an
it says,
Amsterdam.
yes, it's Amsterdam.
Yeah.
It's 566, that one. It's quite difficult to see. This is a bit navier, this colour I found. The other one is a bit brighter. Ooh, I think I just got ink on my eyelid.
Yeah, I know,
Nope.
Mariah.
Oh, boy. Oh, well.
But Mariah, haven't you and hasn't Patricia done collagraph in the past? Didn't I see her do something last year sometime? Seems like it doesn't feel new to me, and if it doesn't feel new to me, it's usually because I've seen it on PM Artist Studio.
That's a bit better. Come along, little collagraph plate. Still wondering where my other Baron's gone.
Okay.
But never mind.
The collagraph technique, Mariah. The collagraph. Um, I could have swore I saw you do it or Patricia do it in a stream. And Ann is saying that you did pressure plates, which is about the same thing.
Impression plates, yes. Well, I said this is just another way of making an impression plate, isn't it? Because
Wow,
that's what
look
you
at
do.
that. I mean, you even got waves in there like was
Yeah.
that,
That's
yeah,
because I was using thin paper on
thicker.
top of
Yeah.
thicker paper. If I'd done it directly onto thicker card to start with, I probably wouldn't have got that.
Now,
But there you
here's
go.
my thought because you and I talked about how much we love the randomness of these um the placement of these articles. So the other day you were looking to create a scene or trying to, and I got to wondering about that. It's like, could you create the scene of what you want to use on the paper or the substrate for a holograph?
Not really, because well, you can, because but it'll be a repeating thing because you've made a stamp out of it. Yeah.
Oh, there, yes, that's true. Yeah. So it wouldn't be a one off. Yeah. What are you doing? A mix?
Adding a bit more. No, I'm just looking for the right one to add a bit more.
Okay.
Wanted more. There was quite a bit left on the brayer, you see, so I wanted to use that up, but also want a bit more. Now this is more of a light amount of ink, isn't it? It's much lighter. So let's see what happens here. Of course, I've already still got ink on this.
Evie said she's built her plate with layers of cardboard, and she said she watched a lady build a house with detail.
Yes, yes. Well, I said you can do representational things with it. I just like the idea of more randomish stuff. But Yates has done some representational things with it. That's nice.
It looks spooky.
Well, that's the idea. I wanted spookyish. You can see how the plant material has made its mark. And there's the bubble wrap there. There's that funny corrugated stuff that you stretch out. There's the cardboard. You've got a greater impression where the cardboard has been removed, but you've
Yeah,
also got the lines where the cardboard's there anyway.
yeah.
And then we've got these holes from the punched card. And then we've got these different layers. Now, this was quite a lot of layers, this one, because I put 2 layers of the first one circle, 2 layers of the second circle, and 2 layers of the little circle, and 2 layers of the very tiny circle. So there's quite a lot of layers involved in that bit there.
Okay, Mariah.
I did that deliberately to see what would happen. Same with this, like the eye underneath is one layer, the eyelid is another layer on top, the eye is one big dot, and then there's a smaller dot for the iris. Well, each one of those round ones has 2 layers. So you can see that things are different thicknesses. Now, this was a spike, a little twig, but it was a twig of some plant. So when I pressed it, I could feel it pressing flatter, you know?
Yeah, so it widened out. Do you have all
It
your
was
lights
hollow.
on?
Yes? Do now. So that one I think will dry quite quickly, that one. Let's have a look at the earlier ones, see how they're doing. So there's that black one from the beginning. Let's look at that black one. There we go. Yes, I'm not sure if that's dry yet. No, it's not dry yet, but that's close. I could probably dry that out with the dryer. Let's give it a go.
Hold your ears. Oh, that's all right. It's gone quiet. It's okay. Liz, she just basically created her own random stencil out of random shapes that she cut and glued onto a cardboard substrate. And she's using it as a not a stencil, like a stamp. And it's called Collograph, COLLOGRAPH. Yeah. Ooh, beautiful. So that one hasn't been used yet because you were waiting for it to dry. I think you're still muted. Got to get
Sorry.
it on.
Yeah, I've only just glued it down as we came in this afternoon. So we'll try that out and see what happens. Though we will give it a go. You can always build up more things on it afterwards and make more of it. Right. Let's pull this one then. I like the beige for pulling. It seems to work extremely well. Now, I had some papers ready. What did I do with them? I don't want to find I've lost them. They're here. Good-o.
Yeah.
I'm back where it should be. There.
Yeah, Eddie's still here, Paula. Paula, I think because of your buffering, you're a bit of a lag. But
yeah, when the buffering stops, press live. See if you get back to normal.
Or not, whatever you want to do. But I can imagine that buffering is just annoying. A little bit. Not too bad.
Oh, there's a little bit of fibrous something in there.
Liz, if you remember Monday, day before yesterday, Fran played with botanical plants that she pulled out of her garden area.
Yep. So
and made impressions. They made impressions on the plate, and then we played some more last night. You didn't see it, but you saw the pulls that she got from it. Really beautiful pulls, just awesome. And it got her the idea to continue on with that, to make her own impression plates.
Well, to take ideas that I see in the plant prints and turn them into a holograph. Now, Yates has done this. I've seen quite a few of Yates makes ones. And he's obviously taking an awful long time doing this. And he only shows the speeded up portion. So it's not something you could spend the whole day doing here. That's why I did this earlier, so I'd have something to print with ready, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But he's done where he's cut tiny bits of thin bits of grass and just put sort of about 47 bits of grass on there, cut from thin paper. It's like, it's taken him a while. But he seems to like doing that, and he cuts by hand. Now, if I was going to do something like that, I'd go and get that grasses stencil from Mariah, cut that out, and use a few versions of that to put together to create a mass of foliage. I was going to do that, but I'm not sure if I want to. I mean, I'd like to use stencil, but I'm not sure I want to make such a representational thing.
Yeah. Annoying. What's annoying, Kristen, is that Paula, when it buffers and she loses the live and has to readjust, and now Paula is going out and coming back in again so she can get to the live instead of being way behind everybody.
If it gets too much, Paula, just leave it and come back when you can watch the replay.
Yeah.
Give a thumbs up before you go.
Well, Paula,
mention this.
Utter, you fit right in.
What else have we got that we might be able to? This is never going to dry. This one. This one is.
Yes, I did. Fran did. I think she did. Colleen, she called it interesting. Yeah, I think she did because I reminded her to go take a look. Didn't I, Fran? Didn't I tell you to get over to Makers and take a look at the post from Colleen where someone made a bird's nest? One.
Yeah, oh, that's what started me off on this. That's exactly what it did.
Yeah.
I went and saw that, and then immediately went off going holograph. What else can I do?
Oh, absolutely, Evie. Evie said she saw some beautiful prints with a head of cabbage. And
Yeah.
cabbage is usually cheap. Um, celery leaves, celery stalks, you know, wilty, getting a little wilty. I had some wilted green onions, leeks. If you wanted to use food, keep in mind it is food, but it's also plant material.
Yes, but
You,
if you're making cauliflower cheese, you're not using the outer leaves. If you get a cauliflower with the outer leaves on, you can use those to print with
oh,
and still
absolutely.
have cauliflower cheese.
Yep.
So
And if you have house plants that need pruning, there you go. As long as there's no thorns or sharp twigs, prune your house plants, save the bits. Even if they get wilty, they still leave a beautiful impression.
well, that's what Kirsten did. She started by putting her plants that were no good now for the vase, but still had something to them. She started by using those representationally to do a sort of image of the flowers, as it were. And when she'd finished with that, playing with it that time, the next time she went to her gel plate, they were quite intensely covered with ink and things and had shrinkled up and turned into sort of this dry, grassy sort of mess, bird's nest almost. And she used that on the second time. And seeing that is when I sort of went, oh boy, I have to try this. And I went off. And when I got my stuff from the garden, I didn't bother laying it out in a nice thing because I've done that before and I wasn't that impressed with my efforts. So I went and immediately tried to scrunch it up. So I got the scrunched up version.
Yep.
And I managed to get a really decent thing only on the second pull. So that was brilliant.
And then last night we just
went on with it.
Oh, by nutty she means she's a bit of a loop-de-doo or a weirdo or a goofy or crazy Chris. That's what she means by a nutter. Yeah, and I did carve stamps out of raw potatoes, but not as a child. I did it as an adult when I was buying my own potatoes. And
don't make your mum cross with you by using what she's about to make dinner with.
yeah. And Evie mentioned she saw someone cutting circles out of a tortilla shell. So now I've got some of those in the fridge. So guess what I'm going to be doing?
I'm going to use this
loose
Naples yellow hue here. Gosh, I'm absolutely covered in this glue now. In fact, my phone wouldn't recognize my fingerprint this time. So I had to go and put a password in. Isn't that boring?
I already knew it, Trish, but yay, you're one of us. Yay. Trish says
I'm a nutter. Yeah. Join the Nutter Club.
Knows what a nutter is. She's one too. Yay, welcome to the club. Hi, Diane. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Hello to everyone today. Hope you're having a good hump day. Wednesday.
Right, another bit of paper. Put it on quick. If I can just get one piece out. I always seem to be picking up two bits at once. There we go. Guess what I've just found?
The noisy one. See, when you use the heat gun and when you use that, you should mute. Just saying.
Sorry.
It's like chalk.
It didn't make so much noise that time, did it?
No, because
I thought it was quite quiet.
You don't have any stencils down to make the bumpies.
No, I'm not sure if it's stencils doing it. I think it's just not pressing very hard. If I press harder, I don't get the... I think it's that. Now, I'm going to leave that one as well. There's two there I'm leaving. Well, hopefully we'll get something before the end of the string out of these. Let's have a look at this one. This one needs a bit of a heat. Right. Block your eardrums. Here we go.
Sorry, I just responded to you, Paula and Evie. If I'm in here with Fran getting ready, I don't always see my messages, so thank you for the patience.
Right. You all are. I am tempted. I'm awfully tempted to try this one. Shall I?
Well, go
Shall I?
ahead, because the impression is your plate. You have the plate. You could do it again with any
Yeah, that's
color.
true. Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah.
It isn't like it's a one time.
Yeah, why not? Why
Yep,
not give
Eddie
it a
says
go?
do it. I agree. Do it.
Do it.
You can't roller skate in a buffalo herd.
Why would you want to? Wouldn't it be a bit dangerous? Buffalo everywhere. Roller skates? No, they go bad. Anybody have a favourite song from the 60s? We went nutty trying to find mine.
It was so easy once we found it. How would we spend about a half hour looking for it?
Oh, about that, yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Well, we enjoyed ourselves. It
Well,
was
yeah,
fun.
you and Russ were quite.
Laughing our heads off, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, you were. It's a song,
That could
Polly.
be quite
It's a song
interesting.
by Roger Miller. It's an old song by Roger Miller. That's beautiful.
One more, and we'll have to look at some of the ones we've already done, and hope that they might pull. We might pull an older one first.
always sending you light and love, Trish. Always. All right, what do you got there?
I've got lots and lots. There's me beetle.
Yeah,
There's me eyeball.
Your camera, quick. There you go.
Yeah. Well, let's go back to the paler colours,
It's a good
like
song,
Titan Puff.
Google it. Don't just Google it. Go to YouTube and search for it there. All you gotta do is put your mind to it, knuckle down, buckle down, do it, do it, do it. What was this again?
Titan Buff.
All right. That's a favorite. That's just a favorite.
Yeah, that's a good old standby. Let's see what happens with a good old standby.
Yep. Well, it's that one, and I love the indigo blue. Although I do love the Prussian blue too. I love the indigo blue more. Mm-hmm.
Indigo blue is more of looking like a cyanotype.
Yeah.
Same. The phthalo blue is a more punchy colour.
When I had to wear a dress as a child, I was horrified. I just didn't want anyone to look at me.
While we're waiting for that, that's also being waited for. And I'll put one down somewhere. Where did I put it?
Paula says,
"Where are you?"
Paula says, when you come back,
Okay. Where do I want to put it?
I just wanted to. I don't know what my legs look like. I just wanted to go play with my two brothers, Eddie. We were the three musketeers. We were the three stooges, whatever. I was in between two boys, and they were my best friends. When you're an introvert and very shy and very traumatized,
Oh, it's that one. God, it was right there.
brothers are awesome. Okay, I got to tell you what Paula said about the Titan buff.
Huh?
What Paula said about the Titan buff. Her hubby thought.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, she said that before, you know. Right, this is one that we hadn't put the colour on, and we went for this one. And I thought it would look rather nice with a black paper background, and we didn't put any colour down to pull it. What I put,
Yep.
was gloss medium on this
Yep.
one. So we'll pull this and see what happens.
So these are Judy P's vintage bulbs in PM Artist Studio. Oh,
Didn't pick that bit up.
it didn't pick that bit up. How?
I think I'll put that down again, but I'll have a look at the other side first.
All right.
See what we've got here.
So we did this Monday. Y'all saw it. And she chose to pull it up with gloss gel medium instead of any kind of paint color.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is just put some on this side. Where's the gloss? I think it's under that. Yes, there we are, gloss medium. So I'm just going to get that piece. See where there's a line? That's where there was not full contact with the base.
Yeah.
So what I'll do.
Well, and that's kind of like my husband, Paula, he and Ian, I think they're not really doing what we're doing, but they sure get an earful. They know enough to know vaguely what we're doing. Russ is usually sitting right behind me during our streams here.
And if they don't know enough to know what we're doing, they know enough to say, "Oh, very nice, dear. I like that one."
Well, maybe
they're not completely. Yeah.
We know what Russ does. He just looks at me and goes, "Okay."
So we've got two there, and we've got two here, which we ought to have a look at. See what we've got. Now, this has started to dry. It's not completely dry yet, but when it is dry, that will give it some protection for the next go, for the next play. Yeah?
Okay.
And we can always have a go with this one, which will be quite different because there's not much on here and it's only one layer. So,
what do we got here?
Ooh, that's nice.
Clean
that
plate.
Is nice.
Love it when we get a clean plate. Ooh,
look at that.
Look at that.
That's good, isn't it? That's really much better than I thought it would be. That's very impressionistic. I like it.
It's spooky.
Yeah, I like that one. Right, so that one's a goodie. Put it there away from the wet colorgraph. You see, what I wanted to do colorgraphing for a long time. But when I saw you've got to buy one of these expensive big press things, I kind of put it on the back burner. And then I saw some people talking about doing it with the gel plate. Unfortunately, the first one I saw doing it with the gel plate was doing one thing with the gel plate and then something else with the colorgraph plate, and then putting it through one of those big expensive presses again. I thought, oh, I see. And then I saw Yates Makes, and Yates Makes was doing this. He was putting it directly onto the gel plate, like an impression plate that P&M Artist Studio make, and then just putting another colour on when it had dried and pulling it so that we get, ooh, it hasn't picked it all up. There's a bit left there, but I don't actually mind on this
We
one.
don't care, do we? Oh,
No, not on this one.
wow.
This one's
Another
fine.
Another
It didn't
one.
pull it all off,
Beautiful.
but it's left behind some lovely pattern, even though it didn't pull it all off there. That's wonderful. I love that. I think that's amazing. Wow. It's so different from the other things as well. Wow, I love that. Let's see what else we've got.
So much randomness, which is what you love.
It is, yes. Oh, there's quite a bit staying on the plate at that edge.
Do that.
Oh, there's more and more staying there.
Oh, don't
That one
do
needed to stay. No.
Yeah,
I'll put some more of this down. This is gloss. I will put matte down. I've got matte here as well. Yes, I'll put matte down.
Everyone's loving them. Everyone's loving them.
Right, I'll put that back down. The glories of matte medium. It's going to be quite interesting.
Colleen wants to know if he registered it to line up the picture.
Well, he said that what he liked about having his gel plates on a Perspex plate was that he could put it down like that and register it.
Yeah.
But that was only when he was doing more than one print with different colograph plates meant to be used in a series. Not when he was doing just one print of one colograph plate, and that was it. So, of course, you don't need to, do you?
Turn your lamp light so it's not glaring. There you go.
There you go.
Thank you. There you go. I was looking at that corner, that upper corner. It's like there's waves in there. Yeah, but there's some up at the top right too.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes.
Yep. So we'll leave that to cure a bit longer. And if this other half doesn't pull either, I'll just put some more matte medium on that half as well. So that's one for the matte medium.
The matte medium didn't work for Diane. Did you put enough down, Diane, and did you leave it for a few hours or whatever so it could?
I usually leave it overnight.
Right. Maybe that's the difference, Diane. It
depends on the paper you're using. You can see that there are little wrinkles here. This is not a very heavyweight paper. The heavier weight of paper, the better it seems to work for me, because the heavyweight paper doesn't wrinkle up. So if you're putting a piece of card on, like what's this one? This one is 300 GSM card. If I was to put 300 GSM card down, I would get a better result, I'm sure, especially if you're leaving it overnight. And if I want something to be good, I would leave it overnight. I would line up lots of plates like I've got, and I would get them all printed with the colograph plate, and then put different colors on if I want to, or all the same colors. I mean, there was a series of pulls that Yates did with the same colors every time, and you could see the differences in the pulls every time. And he obviously edited his video, so you don't know how long he left it. You could ask him; he might reply. He does seem to be replying to people these days. He's when he's on screen, he's saying thanks to so and so for this, and thank you for letting me know about that, and yes, this is how you do this, and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Mariah, so he seems to be tuning in a bit.
Mariah is not a fan of him.
Yeah, that's because he didn't reply.
Talking about it, that he was very rude, non-approachable. Diane said
I think he's mellowed a bit.
What?
I think he's mellowed a bit.
Well, let's hope so. Too late. Diane said that she did leave hers overnight and it still didn't work. Dana is driving and lurking, but she popped on to say she loves these prints that you're. Thank you, Dana.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you very much.
Beautiful, Fran. You've just.
There's some nice variety in there, isn't there? I mean, I wasn't going for an owl. I wasn't going for seeds. I wasn't going for a beetle. I was just doing them as sort of vague impressions of things so that
Sunglasses.
I could have all together some different patterns. So
It looks spooky, but it also looks futuristic is the word I want.
it does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. Well, there's that one. So we've got one left now.
All right.
We can do a little more. One left of these. What's that
Okay,
one down there?
Kirsten. Thank you.
I think that's the one I put the stuff on.
Kirsten says these
Oh, you're going.
are phenomenal, and she has to go. She needs to head out.
Oh, bye, Kirsten.
Dystopian world. Yes, dystopian. That's a good yes.
Yes, it is a bit dystopian. Yes.
Yes. I love that. I love your animation is like that.
Oh, it's the one I just put down. What
Yeah,
an idiot.
Leave that be yet.
Idiot. What an idiot. Oh, there isn't any more to put. Sorry, what a fool.
So do you want to, what do you got there?
Leave that one. That's the one I want to leave. Those two are levers. So we've got 3 fresh plates now.
Okay, I have to tell you something from Ann Lover. She says, please tell Fran, thank you for introducing us to copper tape. I have some now and love it.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's great playing with that stuff, isn't it? Unfortunately, I've got slugs eating some of my plants. I may have to go out and waste it on slugs.
Yes.
What a shame. I should have to go and get some more. That's all.
Yes.
Right, well, let's have a quick play with this just to see what may happen. I'm going to cut that edge off because I don't really need it and it's going to get in the way. There we are. Let's cut this edge off.
If I haven't said it, thank you everyone for being here, for the thumbs up and for commenting. We love that.
I'm just glad you're still here, that you seem to be enjoying
it. We appreciate it.
That is better, but it's going off the edge. Can I cut a bit more off? Not really, but I can play about with it. Okay. Yeah, so we'll find out what happens with these. I didn't really notice. These are the ones that have already got paint on.
Yeah.
So I've stuck them.
We found that paint on once they got paint on them, they left a better impression.
They got a bit tougher, didn't they? Yeah, a bit more resistant to being torn or doodled about with. So let's try iridescent graphite. I've used that before. It's paler than black.
The thing with the iridescent is it dries faster.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
But it also has a nice iridescence to it.
Yes, it does. Well, in the case of the plant life where you had to put things down,
yeah, that
was a bit of knowledge that was needed, that it dries faster. In this case, you're using one big sheet, so it should be fine.
It shouldn't be so bad. Yeah. Right, let's pop this one on. Now this is a thicker piece of cardboard. It's corrugated card, so I may not get such a great impression because I've put only thin bits of paper on the other side. Sorry, squeaky, squeaky. Sorry. Ooh,
wow!
That quite well.
What did you do there?
That's quite intriguing. Look at the fold of the cardboard as well.
So
that popped in.
The color of the paper or whatever was it? I mean, that kept catching my eye, but in fact, it really didn't matter what color it was. It only mattered the texture that came off of it.
Now you can see that I didn't press so hard here, so it's left less of an impression. Or did I press so hard there? Can't really tell because there wasn't anything glued down there.
Yeah.
And we've got some nice impressions from the, we did have until I touched it, from the moon pennies, and lovely impressions from these cutout pieces, and this and this. So I think that's pretty neat. This is fold in the paper, you see, the fold in the cardboard. So it's left that line. That's rather
So
intriguing.
hold on, bring that back. What I was just thinking was you could have, because that is cardboard, you could have ripped that area where there's empty. You could
Yeah,
have
yeah,
done
I
some of
could
that.
have, yeah. Or
Yeah.
I could have put another layer of this same cardboard that's been ripped on top
Yep.
as
And
well
while you're
to
holding
keep
it
the
there,
integrity of this.
wave it around over your gel plate to help dry it.
Okay.
Get that thing dried. I want to see what it looks like when you
Well,
pull it.
if you want me to get it dried, let's actually dry it.
Isn't that beautiful? Thank you. So if you have some paper, this is where you can use your Franken stencils to glue them down. Yeah, there you go. To glue them down to a substrate like a piece of cardboard like that, and get a beautiful impression. Sorry, I was looking. I'm eyeballing all the beautiful little. What is up in that top left corner? What did you put up there? What was it? Oh, yeah, that okay. All right. Well, my eye kept going to the fish and the flower, and so I didn't notice the other little bits so much.
Yes, when you've got no colour, you notice the shapes more.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ah. Well, I hope you post pictures in Maker's Ann. It's a self-sticking the tape that you got. It's a is it a peel and stick or is it self-sticking? You know what I mean, Ann? Peel and stick like the
Back.
double-sided tape.
Right.
What are you going to use?
I'm going to use a Titan green pail.
Okay, you could use whatever you want because you have the plate. You could
Yeah,
do it again.
yeah, I could. I certainly could. Hee hee.
Ah, peel and stick. Okay. Hi, Diane. I've done that too, Anne. The glue just makes me feel if it's something I want to make sure doesn't come up, I'll go ahead even with sticky tape and put a bit of glue down to reinforce it. Whoops.
Here we go. Let's use squeaky. Gotta wait a bit. Right. I think, before we do anything else, I think I ought to at least test. Where'd it go? Hello, where are you? Where are you hiding? Hooey.
I
Ah,
had
there
to
it
mute
is.
real quick. He's on the phone.
I reckon I should test this at the very least. And I think I'm going to cut down that side. Because you know me, I prefer things not to have too wide an edge. just want to see what it prints like. And I'll know whether I need to do any more adjusting than the adjustments I have in mind already. So I'm going to pop it right in the very center. And I'm going to put colour down first. And what colour shall I use? I think I'll use this one. This is going to be an ombre because I've managed to get some colour off the brayer down on the plate first. Yeah, not especially intentional, but there we go. That's what happened. Right, now I've got some tissue somewhere. Just want to pull some off. Let's get a slightly less. That one is probably the best. Yeah, all coming off on my hands. Don't do that, dears. Pay attention and be good. That's better. Not sure about using this with the tissue, but I think I will. Very lightly. You can see where I'm getting some colour coming through on the tissue. Right, let's give that a go. That's not bad. Not bad at all. I like that. Good, 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 good. What do we put on top of that? I think I'll use a bit more of this iridescent graphite. It seems to have quite a nice effect. Let's use this one. This glides nicely. Oh,
I'm back. I had to go. Yeah, I didn't mute my husband. I just muted me and Fran because he was on a personal call. So sorry about that. That's what happens when your husband is in soft retirement and he works from home.
Ian nearly gave up work today. He had to fill out a form again. It turns out the reason there was such a kerfuffle over this form and testing and things is that they gave him the standard form and they wanted him to fill out the more complex form, but nobody bothered to actually tell him that until today.
Oh, after he'd already gone back? Oh.
No, he hadn't gone back, no. Oh, he'd gone back to work, but he hadn't gone back for the testing.
Oh, I see. Okay. Mariah's back. Hi, Mariah. I hope you had a good one.
Hi, Mariah.
She's back for a little bit before she goes back to get in. Oh, wow. So your latest test stencil
yeah.
trial.
It's not quite ready. I've got to make some of the lines a little bit thicker, a little less ephemeral. I can't even remember where the thin one was now. Yeah, in one of the corners. But it's printing all right for me here. But as I say, I have already thickened the little thin bits, so surely I should be able to tell whether... Oh, no, it's come off on here. Oh, look at that.
There you go. Better.
That's why it was so lovely, because it had all that colour on it. Go, dear. Now, where did it come from?
Nope. The other way. I know the other way. No, put the red down.
No, it was red up.
On
wasn't
the
it? Oh,
paper, it was red
oh,
up.
you're right. It was red up. Yeah, you're quite right. It was that.
There you go. Now, there you
Yes.
go. Now you've got it.
You got to be careful of that because you think you get a really lovely print. It turns out to be the stencil. Oh man. Okay, so let's go for a livelier
Well,
colour. Let's
it
go for a bit of the
highlighted it
purple
really
grey.
well on the paper.
Didn't it? Yes.
So you're saying that when you work out the kinks and the glitches on this one, it will go to Mariah in the shop for the
Yep.
shop.
If she wants it, it certainly will.
There you go. Wow, I haven't seen you use that much purple in a long time. Is that the purple gray?
It is. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me using a lot, or is it? It's opaque. Right, this one I'll probably pull off as well. It's my last sheet of cut paper. So that'll be that, and I can go and cough somewhere.
Yeah, we're at hour 11 minutes, hour 12 minutes. So you're fine if you need to pull this.
Sorry.
Bring your plant life ones back from last night just to have them on the screen. And that'll do it for the day. It didn't come up that time, did it? Nope, I see it.
That's good, but I have another thing down here, and I'll take one of the sheets up here and use it, and I might get a better impression. Oh dear. That's better. There we go. That's much better. As usual, I put too much paint down.
Yeah, you did. That's all right.
We'll lift this up, and we should get something quite nice, and that'll be the last one for today.
Did we lose all that red?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just a stain on the stencil.
It's that purple is the Amsterdam purple gray. Was it Amsterdam?
No,
Yeah.
Liquid
No.
Text Basics.
Oh, okay.
This one.
There you go. You see it, Evie? Purple gray, Liquitex Basics. There you go.
Okay. Bit fuzzy, I'm afraid. Didn't want to.
That's okay.
Didn't want to think. I'll tell you what. We can put some red on now. Let me dry it and put some red on now.
Okay. Yeah, we're almost done here. Her cough is flaring up. I feel the need to buy some Liquitex. I love my Amsterdam, but I also have some golden samples that I got from Golden Paints because I went to a webinar, that Barbara DePiro webinar, and I really love them. They're just when I need a paint, they're out of my price range. Or I can only buy one, like one every few months or so.
Right. I'm going to put that nice colour on again. Hope that it's dry enough to take it. And we'll see what happens then.
We did name it, Mariah. We did give this one a name just off the top of our head. Mariah says that this one is kind of like Puzzle's cousin.
Well, we called it Spots and Blobs.
Spots and blobs, or blobs and spots, with whatever flows. Spots and blobs works for me.
because it is spots and blobs.
Yeah, yeah. I came up with maybe a couple more words, but always came back to spots and blobs because that's really what all it is. Simple. Very technical, yes.
Could call it puzzle spots or puzzle blobs, but I think spots and blobs is just descriptive.
Right, Belinda? But I've learned from having the Amsterdam and the golden samples that I would rather wait and purchase the better paints when I can afford it than to buy the lesser paints because I have a lot of those just to get by.
Oh, look, isn't it fun peeling glue off your
Glue off
fingers?
your fingers, yeah.
Ugh. Anyway, that's looking quite nice. Dare we pull it right now? Or shall we leave it? Let's have a look at the
Well,
corner.
what did we talk about? Cold, hot, warm, all of that? That's not ready. There we go. We're going anyway. Look.
I think we're going anyway.
All right. Too late.
Because it's got some iridescent in there as well, you know. Because you remember we put black graphite iridescent on to begin with, and that's showing up here.
Did everybody see that? They do, Diane. That's beautiful. I mean, even though you didn't get it all, that's beautiful. I like that. That's very
That's not bad at all. So we've got lots and lots of lovely things to play with. Let's put one of them down, one of those down. Let's put that down. And we'll get rid of him. Just for a mo. And we've got
Hi, Candy.
these really rather nice
Now,
prints I really like from these two things.
yeah.
Even the nice prints from these ones. I was surprised at how
back up the camera a little bit. Just a
I was
tad
trying to
bit.
find one of those. What did I do with those?
Where's the plant life?
I think they're on there. Oh, sorry. Those are here.
Oh, and what about the
They
vintage
wanna-
bulbs?
The what?
You gonna leave the vintage bulbs overnight?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm going to leave them overnight again.
Oh, look at all that lovingness.
Aren't they gorgeous?
That's
I mean, I really love the variety of colours you can get within a limited range. You know, I didn't want to go too mad with all the different colours. I mean, the one that didn't pull off was the one I used that light green on. So that's got to stay for a bit longer. Obviously, it was a golden high flow, and I might have been a weensy bit too generous with it.
Don't touch anything
Light
right
green.
now. Don't touch anything right now. Over to the right. Don't put anything down. Over to the right.
Sorry.
I'm weird. I can see John Lennon's face with his dark sunglasses.
On this one or on another one?
No. That one to the right, far right. It's the third one under, I think.
Yeah?
Keep going. All over to the right. Yeah, down. Now look. That circle is John Lennon's sunglasses on his nose with a beard.
Oh, right. Okay.
That's John Lennon. I'm weird. The more I look at it, the less I see
John
it.
Lennon. I thought that was John Lennon's glasses.
Okay. Well, it's a profile. I'm looking at a profile.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 3/4 view, that one. That's profile. That's 3/4.
The more I look at it, the less I see it. But at first glance, I saw John Lennon's profile.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's amazing what you can see in these. It really is. It's such fun.
Yeah.
That's why I saw either a plague doctor or
Thank
a
you,
duck
Debbie.
pilot in that pull of Kirsten's.
Oh, yeah. See, we're nutters together, Debbie. I'm Diane.
This is that one. Do you think we dare pull that before we go, see if anything happens?
No, it makes me nervous because it's such a beautiful print.
Oh, it's only that one.
Oh, I thought it was the vintage bulbs. Okay, you want to pull it?
No, I will leave the vintage bulbs, but I want to see if I can get anything
Yeah,
out of
you're a
this.
nutter too. We're all nutters now that we know what it means. Oh, clean plate. Look at that. Beautiful.
Keep it, keep it. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that wonderful? Just with a few scraps of paper on a piece of cardboard. It's just amazing what you can do.
I love
Fabulous.
I love the halo around the fish and the leaves, the
Yeah,
petals,
yeah, amazing. It's worked really, really well. I must cut some more shapes out of that stuff.
right, Judy?
That's interesting. And you can put different layers on, you see. I can add another layer on top. I can put a shark's eye. I can put another fin coming out to the side. I can put another leaf there or petal. Then I can put a round one in the middle and then a few more. You can build this up to whatever you want.
Um, I did,
Fabulous.
Evie. Um, going back to you put the on the vintage bulbs on Judy P's vintage bulbs that didn't pull well. So Judy P's here. I'll tell her that Fran had started to pull it. It wasn't quite done, so she put some more
Oh, oh, oh.
gel medium down. Evie says that she's had good luck pulling with clear gesso too.
And guess what that is?
There you go, Judy
That
P.
is pulling with gloss medium
Yep.
on black paper because we liked the effect of it so much. And that's using Judy P's
Vintage
light
bulbs.
bulbs.
Vintage bulbs, yes.
Vintage bulbs, yeah. And isn't that lovely? We've got another one coming. You can see some of the copper in there a bit, but with the green as well, I thought that was going to look really good on black paper, and it does. It sings. I think that's wonderful. That one almost looks like it's a light.
Awesome.
Isn't that good?
Judy
Isn't
is
that
just, yep. And Judy, we pulled these and we kept looking at them going, they look like, I know they're vintage bulbs, but they look like bug exoskeletons.
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
they're cool.
I mean, you could just imagine, this one with the dividing line around the middle. There's his head.
Yep.
And there's two wing cases.
Yep.
So, yeah, lovely. Beautiful. This has really been a fun stream, actually. I've enjoyed that so much.
Good.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it just as much as we did.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
As much as I did.
Thank you, everyone,
I
for being here, for sharing the time with us. And yes, I do. Someone mentioned that after this, Eddie has a stream up where he did an image transfer. So if you get a chance, hop over there and check that out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mariah, Fran will be getting with you about that spots and blobs.
Yeah.
And
I won't be doing any more tonight. I'll have another look at it tomorrow.
yeah, tomorrow. That's enough.
I'm working on it today already.
Yeah, we will see you all at PM Artist Studio tomorrow. We missed yesterday. We were
too busy playing. Sorry.
Sorry.
You can watch on the
I watched the replay last night. So thank you everyone for being here. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, everybody. Here we go. We're saying bye-bye now. Bye-bye.